don't know me, I am Alfonso Clavijo, NBAF Director. It's my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the National Bio and Agro-Defense Facility here in Manhattan, Kansas, to welcome you today for joining us for the 2021 National Bio and Agro-Defense Facility Virtual Scientific Symposium. We are delighted to have you with us to participate and share your great work and ideas. Thank you for attending and participating. Although we have to meet virtually, I hope that this environment facilitates and promotes future interactions and collaborations. And of course, I hope we can meet soon in person. NBAF campus is about 48 acres with more than 700,000 square feet of facility space with 574,000 square feet of biocontainment. The facility will run 24/7 once fully operational. NBAF will have expanded capabilities, including biosecurity level 2, 3, and 4 biocontainment laboratories. NBAF will have the first BSL-4 laboratory in the US with the capacity for studying zoonotic diseases in large livestock. 2 USDA agencies, the Agricultural Research Service of ARS and the Animal Plant Health Inspection Service of APHIS, will work together to operate NBAF and to strengthen the US ability to conduct research, develop vaccines, diagnose transboundary animal diseases, emerging diseases, and train veterinarians. NBAF also will have a biologics development module, or BDM. This laboratory will directly support an accelerated transfer of new technologies to commercial veterinary biologic manufacturers through research and development partnerships. The rapid rise of new diseases has made biosecurity and biodefense a quickly growing interdisciplinary science. Both public and private laboratories are required to work together to better understand these diseases and develop experimental biological, diagnostic tests, and vaccine-related products to mitigate future outbreaks. Facilitating the work of multidisciplinary teams of scientists is a high priority for NBAF. This collaborative mentality is one of NBAF's priorities, as we need all types of scientists working together to tackle problems that one viewpoint alone cannot solve. Thank you again for attending, and I hope you enjoyed the presentations. We have a variety of speakers throughout the week who will discuss a range of topics from virology and epidemiology to diagnostics and vaccine development. We hope the discussion is stimulating and you find collaborative opportunities as a result. Collaborative research creates a united front in an ongoing fight to protect the nation's livestock, agricultural economy, and public health. This is our first NBAF scientific research meeting, and we hope to highlight current developments in research in transboundary, emerging, and zoonotic diseases. Again, we hope we can promote collaboration between scientists in preparation for NBAF. The overall goals of these meetings are to convene scientists to engage them in the future of NBAF science and enhance relationships with a larger group of potential collaborators nationally and internationally with research laboratories, oil affairs agencies, and academic institutions with similar or complementary missions. So please prepare yourself to be challenged, excited, and inspired. And before I hand over to Dr. Steve Kappes, Agricultural Research Service Associate Administrator, who will provide a few opening remarks, I want to say once more on behalf of NBAF and the organizing committee, welcome. It's wonderful to see so many of you here. Thank you. Please, Dr. Kappes.
Thank you, Dr. Clavijo. Welcome to the first NBAF Science Symposium. This is going to be an exciting 5 days of virtual presentation with panel discussions. I don't have to remind anyone of the importance of conducting research on zoonotic and emerging animal diseases. We have heard many times that over 70% of the emerging diseases are zoonotic. Since I've been in administrative positions in the USDA Agricultural Research Service, we have dealt with numerous viral animal diseases, such as avian and swine influenza, African swine fever, and more recently, SARS-CoV-2, just to mention a few. We know there are many other viral diseases that we need to better understand the pathogenesis and transmissibility, and we need to develop diagnostic tools and countermeasures to be better prepared to protect our animals and people. High and maximum containment laboratories like NBAF are critical national assets that enable our scientists to work safely with these pathogens. We're thankful that the US government has provided the funds to the USDA, or the US Department of Homeland Security, to construct this state-of-the-art facility. We started NBAF project in 2005 and selected Manhattan, Kansas in 2009 as the future home of NBAF. It's costing about $1.25 billion to construct. We recognize that the mission of NBAF needs to go way beyond the walls of NBAF. And this is one of the reasons we're holding this science symposium. To realize the full potential of NBAF, we need to develop, we need to develop many collaborations and partnerships outside of NBAF. We have already started developing some of these collaborations. In 2016, USDA partnered with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to develop the Biosafety Level 4 zoonotic network. The BSL-4 ZNet, as we call it, is a network of government-mandated organizations with national level responsibilities for protecting animal and human health while working together to enhance knowledge, competency, and capacity to meet current and future containment needs. The value of this network was realized during the COVID-19 pandemic by developing a rapid collaborative response, sharing virus isolation and propagation procedures of SARS-CoV-2, and sharing plans and results of animal infectivity studies. You will hear more about this network later in the week from one of the BSL-4 ZNet leaders. Currently, USDA is partnering with Texas A&M to develop a similar network in the United States with BSL-3 animal containment laboratories. These types of relationships need to be initiated long before a disease outbreak occurs, so the group can work collaboratively to develop a more effective response and recovery. USDA is also developing an agri-security partnership for innovation research program within NBAF to engage creative partners and collaborators to stimulate the entire bio and agro-defense sector, building on partnering success of the Department of Homeland Security. As Dr. Clavijo has mentioned, NBAF also includes the Biological Development Module, a pilot manufacturing facility that will facilitate early development and transition of veterinary medical countermeasures and technologies for both internal and external partners. We do not know which pathogen will cause the next emerging or zoonotic disease outbreak. In an increasingly interconnected world, disease threats are arising at an alarming rate, and long-term social, cultural, and environmental trends may only serve to increase these threats. For example, climate changes have led to an expanded range of some vector-borne diseases that thrive in warmer climates. The rise in population density, changes in human migration patterns, and an overall growth in movement of goods, people, and animals has brought people and animals into closer proximity, increasing the chances of disease transmission. We do know that bio and ag defense is essential. Biological and agricultural defense is not just about protecting America. It is also about supporting global public health and food security. Since transboundary animal diseases and/or emerging diseases cause disease outbreaks worldwide every year, priority setting requires a flexible and rapid system to ensure the scientific program at NBAF can effectively respond to any disease outbreak that may threaten the United States. In NBAF, we're expanding the number of diseases that we will research from 3 main diseases to 7 broad classes of diseases to enhance our preparedness for the next zoonotic emerging disease. We thank you for participating in this science symposium and know that you will learn much from the great list of speakers that we have for you this week. And we hope you'll have an opportunity to develop new collaborations to address global health security. There are many opportunities to meet animal and public health experts since over 750 people from 30 different countries have registered for this symposium. We also want to thank the Symposium Organizing Committee, the USDA-ARS and APHIS scientists that developed the program, and CRDF for their excellent coordination. So thank you and have an excellent week, And at this time, I'll turn it over to the moderator for today's session, Dr. Jonathan Towner. Thanks.
Great. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, I guess, depending on where you're at. I think we've got a great lineup for this next session. Each speaker is going to have about 15 minutes for the presentation and more or less 10 minutes for Q&A. So anyways, enjoy. Our first speaker is Dr. Carolina Steinfeld from